Uh, Before we dive into the world of horror classics, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button to ensure you never miss out on our latest content. Approximately half a century following its debut, few horror movies continue to evoke as much unease as the 1973 film adaptation of William Peter Blatty's novel, The Exorcist. This groundbreaking movie sent shockwaves through society upon its release, achieving the rare feat of being both a commercial blockbuster and earning 10 Academy Award nominations. And by that, we live into the basics of The Exorcist 101. William Peter Blatty's novel was inspired by real life accounts of an exorcism performed on uh, a 13-year-old boy in Georgetown, 1949. This story stayed with him due to its local notoriety and his Jesuit upbringing, causing him great fear. Years later, he transformed this true tale into a novel, changing the young boy to a girl and setting it in contemporary times. An essential factor that allowed The Exorcist to exist was the abolishment of the Hays Code in 1968. The Hays Code, enacted in 1934, had imposed severe censorship on films. Over time, it became less restrictive until its complete removal in 1968, replaced by the MPAA rating system in total. For horror movies, this meant a more lenient approach. Um, Films like Psycho, which were initially considered quite scary, gave way to truly shocking productions such as A Clockwork Orange just a decade later. Uh, William Friedkin, however, disregarded these norms, choosing instead to emphasize blasphemous and gruesome scenes. Uh, Furthermore, he cast established but not superstar actors like Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, and Jason Miller for the film. This added an authenticity that made the horror all the more chilling. A significant portion of the initial promotion for The Exorcist was blunt and successful, despite causing offense to many Christian religious groups. The movie premiered on December 26th, 1973, a date carefully chosen by the studio executives, knowing it would provoke controversy. As expected, there were numerous protests claiming that the film was imbued with satanic influences. However, these actions only served to heighten public interest. Additionally, during the production of The Exorcist, several peculiar events and misfortunes took place. Instead of suppressing these stories, Warner Brothers chose to publicize them, fueling the perception that the film embodied evil of the black. Ironically, the original trailer was only shown in a limited number of test markets, but it made audiences queasy, prompting the studio to prohibit its screening in theaters. The narrative of the original trailer for The Exorcist was clear. Something extraordinary was unfolding on that street within those four walls of the house. And the story swiftly dives into quick monochrome glimpses of young Regan McNeil, portrayed by Linda Blair, under the grip of an unholy force. Pazuzu, as the haunting strings of Christoph Penderecki's score played and Reagan's labored demon-possessed breaths echoed, it was impossible not to feel a shiver down your spine. However, what makes it truly unsettling is that despite its chilling atmosphere, there are no explicit depictions of gore or foul language. So one might wonder, why was this film ever deemed unfit for public viewing? It transpired that the initial trailer of The Exorcist was prohibited due to the flashing strobe effect, causing seizures in viewers. specifically one individual. This single incident led Warner Brothers to revise the trailer and produce a new version. For years, this original trailer was whispered about on playgrounds as if it had real health risks. However, uh, when DVDs became popular, people discovered that the trailer wasn't as harmful as legend suggested. Uh, why did the original trailer of The Exorcist actually make people queasy? It finally received a proper release during the DVD era, and people realized it wasn't as dangerous as rumors had suggested. Uh, Nowadays, you can easily find it on YouTube. Isn't it astounding that a movie trailer for The Exorcist could have such an impact, leading people to believe it could cause sickness? Um, this proved to be a impressive marketing strategy. The Exorcist still leaves viewers terrified 50 years later. Evidence can be found in countless first-time viewing videos on YouTube, typically watched by younger generations who initially doubt the film's ability to be as unsettling as they'd been told. Uh, However, after watching it, many are left shaken and questioning how could this movie have been made back then. Um, Undeniably, this is a testament to the greatness of the horror genre, proving that The Exorcist truly deserves the overused label of iconic. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you next time.